I just had a little trip to Cardiff and back, and yeah, picked up some pretty sick things for the new ST. If someone rear-ended your wife in the car and there's no damage to the vehicle, you've definitely got bigger problems getting me to repair it. You are now watching Rebuilding Salvage YouTube channel. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode on the white T4. Right, last episode we got back door on, inside all stripped out, the rest of it, and yeah, pretty much as I said, we're starting the bodywork and stuff now. So what I've already done off camera is took the windscreen out because the windscreen was cracked anyway, and I want to repair the rust around the edge of it and stuff, so the new owner will never have no issue with it again. So that's one thing I've already got done. Just about to take the bonnet off because I'd rather let someone else have it than like me rub it down and repaint it and stuff, because it's not a bad bonnet. As I said, it's got a few little bits and bobs on it, but it's not a bad bonnet, to be honest with you. It's just not what I want on the van to do it, because all I would end up doing is rubbing it right down and painting over it. But we've got little bits of like surface and stuff on the wheel arches, nothing much. Bit down there, we've got a dent in the sliding door, which is just in there. You see where it's pushed in a bit, which we sort out on that bit. As far as rust concerned, there isn't any. Normally, as we all know, T4s arches are well rotten, but they're not. Got a few bits as well. The back bumper's been painted and it's all flaked off, so let's solve that. Bits and bobs on the back. Badge I've got to take off. I've already took the other badges off and de-stickered it like I did in the last episode. Same with this side. Once again, arches are all good, which is, as we all know, quite rare. Yeah, all the stickers off. I think I saw a dent in this door, can't remember. Did I not? No, I didn't. But what I did do, off camera as well, is re-straighten my door, because still got to finish off just dressing out here, but this door was, well, out about there where someone had broken into it. Pulled the door back and the rest of it, so I'd basically, all I'd done is put my knee in the corner there with the door open and pulled the door back like you would normally do. So that's that bit there. Bit more surface rust to just like rub down and see what we got underneath it, but I'm 100% guarantee it's not rotten under there, because all the normal places on this thing that are normally rotten aren't. It's another good one, exactly the same as my old burgundy one and stuff. So I'm going to get the camera set up a bit. I'm going to strip off some more bits and stuff, and yeah, let's see how far we get, shall we? So, before we can start prepping things, you've got to take things off, like the mirror and the other mirror and a door handle and a window rubber. Say window rubber, window door scraper, whatever you want to call it. But things like that. I'm not worried about the inside for a minute because I just want to do prep work and stuff. Until then, we strip the inside down as we get ready to paint the doors. But you get the hint. I'm going to go right now, finish off taking off a load more stuff, and join me when it's all done. Right, so now we've got it stripped down enough that I can get on with bits and bobs. So I've just basically took off bits and bobs. The inside come off a bit later on and stuff, as I've already mentioned. We just pop the rubber through and push it through out of the way. But done all of it. The back's all stripped down, same as the other side. All the catches and everything out, wipers are over stuff. I can now get on with bodywork. I don't need to strip anything else down till I do. I've done my usual. Took all the rubbers out around the edges of it, because one, I like to get the paint in there, and two, I don't like it with the rubbers in because it makes it all bulge out and stuff, and it makes it, they look like flush fit windows. Same as I did on the burgundy one. It just looks really nice and flush and the rest of it, so I did all that again. Exactly the same with that, both on the back and on the sides there. So that's ready to be finished off being flattened down the rest of it. But the amount of sealant someone put inside there, the rubbers were stuck in with sealant, and they had filled the whole of this channel up with it. So that was an absolute ball ache to get out. Glad I've done it though, because it'll end up with a better finish. So first thing I need to get on with is getting this windscreen aperture done. As we can see, it's just got surface rust all around it and stuff, like a lot of T4s do, but there's no holes or anything else. It's not rotten through like a lot of them do. It is just pure surface. So I'm going to get the flappy wheel on the go, clean it all out and the rest of it. Once I've cleaned it all out, hopefully it cleans up quite well between the flappy wheel and wire wheel. I can put some epoxy on it and seal the panel so it doesn't rust again. So that's my first mission for today. All that all grind back and stuff, all clean back. So all the loose stuff's gone and the rest of it, all around the top, the rest of it now. So all you're left with is the hard stuff, rest of it, which I need to now treat. As you see, it's all come up. Not one tiny bit of it went through it anyway. It was all literally surface stuff, which is what I mean by how good this van is. It's going to be one hell of a van for somebody. That's all I can say. I'm actually reckon I'm going to be quite jealous by the time it's done. But there we go. Right, so now it's a case of I'm going to be put some rust treatment on it, all the way around all the areas, and leave that to go off. So yeah, let me get that on. Right, well that's all that lot put on stuff. Nice liberal coat over the whole lot of it. As you can see, it's already starting to change from the rusty stuff to blacky blue colour. Just got to let that carry on going off, well, chemical changing and all the rest of it, whatever you want to call it. And once that's done that, I can then wipe it all down, rub it down in places and put some epoxy on it. So I've just got to let that go off for a bit. So I'm going to have a coffee break, I think I need one.
2 hours later.
So while I was waiting for that to go off and the rest of it, I've given it all mask up and stuff. It's now all been scotched off afterwards, like dried out. Well, it all reacted, as you can see now, it's all completely black. So I'm waiting for it to all go off. I've wiped it all down, like washed it all down and all the rest of it. It's all been scotched up and the rest of it, so the paint's going to stick like mad. I've got some paint already in the gun, but it's basically MIPA epoxy kit, which I always use. And it's absolutely amazing. I've never had an issue with it whatsoever. So yeah, let me get some all around that lot and get it all sealed up. Well, as you've seen, just literally just put it on. I've put a couple of quite thick coats on because you can use it like as a filler as well, like filler primer as well. But what I've done, I put the gun pressure really, really low. So it's just literally put a nice thick coat over the whole lot of it, all sealed. So that's now, the rust ain't coming back through there again. It's as simple as that. It all got killed and now there's no rust. So that's that area done. I'm going to have to let all that lot flash off and stuff, and then decide on my next thing. I have gone round already and marked where all my dents are and stuff. I've got a bit to pull out the bottom of the door, stuff like that. Got the bit on the back of the door. On this side, I've marked all this. It looks really bad, but it really isn't. There's hardly any in it. It's just they're all just like surface type little dents, which apart from something like that, a little tiny skim of filler over it, and that's all it's going to be. It's going to be a minute amount of filler left on it, just 100% straighten the panels as I go. So I'm going to let that, as I said, let that flash off. Once that's flashed off, gone off, I can unmask it, and then we can move on to the next thing.
One eternity later.
Well, after yesterday, I've come in this morning, I got cracked on with a bit more. As you can see, we started rubbing all the down stuff. I found that it's had new seals put in, which are all galvanised, new bottom bit, and actually a new bit all the way along the bottom there. So I've got to do a bit of filler work to finish off what they didn't do properly. But it's all been put in quite nicely, and it's all really, really solid and looks good. Going over the whole thing with 320 grit at the moment, just to try and get it all flat, but it also, in the process, shows up all your little marks like we've got there. And it's all coming down really nice. Took the door off because I'm trying to do the best job we can possibly get, so whoever buys it's going to end up with an absolute mint vehicle and stuff. And yeah, we're getting there. Along here we've got to cut one little bit out and weld another bit in, because as you can see, I was going to show you, but there's a little hairline crack round where it holds onto there. But other than that, she's actually pretty solid and stuff. And then you come around this side. What are you up to around here, Mark?
Just
finding holes.
finding holes.
Yeah, as we said, one I said for you guys before. So one little hole there, which is pretty much like all the rust there is on this back corner, isn't it? Tiny little bit of surface bit and a couple little tiny bits underneath.
Yeah, but all
the main brace is all absolutely solid. As you remember, on a couple of the other ones I've done, I've had to rebuild all of this section, rebuild all in here, but none of that on this one, as you can see. Bit dirty, but it's solid.
Yeah.
So what's the plan in there then, mate?
We'll clean everything up, but we'll cut this out and get a new section in.
Yeah, make it all nice and solid again, and
yeah,
give you all this little good old clean up and a bit of undersill. Well, not undersill, I hate the stuff, but that flipping Schultz it all and stuff, I reckon.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we can see, we're getting some progress going on and stuff, and it's gradually getting out. I just don't want to show you guys too much time lapse of sanding and more sanding, because I think you've seen enough of that over the time, and it gets a bit boring because I know I wouldn't watch it myself. So I'll keep cutting in on bits, and then once we get to a few of the other stages which are a bit more interesting, I'll cut back in and let you see it. Well, I just took a couple of hours out of sanding the T4 for a bit. Wanted a break from it because it's sanding and more sanding. It's ends up vibrating your hands a little bit, but yeah, I just had a little trip to Cardiff and back, and yeah, picked up some pretty sick things for the new ST. So let's wander down the end, and yeah, I think I'll show you what's on it, and it absolutely looks the nuts. I'm over the moon with what I've just done to it. So yeah. There they are, new wheels on the ST. What they are set of 9.5 by 18s. They are 1552 wheels. Well, they're 1552 tarmacs with an ET40 on it, and they fit absolutely bang on perfect. I am over the moon how well they fit. It's a look I want. It's kind of giving you guys a little bit of a nod to what I'm up to with it and what approach I'm going with it. But I'm over the moon. The wheels are one of the ones that came in like amalgamation with Ken Block and stuff, and I'm an absolute massive fan of Ken Block. He's the one that's given me a lot of inspiration for a lot of the stuff I've done and stuff, and unfortunately now he's passed and the rest of it. It's yeah, but yeah, I'm just like, I wanted these wheels. I desperately wanted these wheels. I hunted absolutely high and low for them absolutely everywhere. Couldn't find anybody selling them secondhand in 5x108 fitment. And I just hunted and hunted, and eventually found this set. They need a really, really good reconditioning. But as we know, I'm quite happy to do that. And they're the wrong colour for what I want. Plus they're missing the stickers. But we'll get to that on another episode when I actually do the whole of refurbing the wheels. But yeah, as you can see, guys, absolutely perfect. The actual arch fitment is absolutely bang on level with it, and the rear ones, yeah, they look sick. They really, really do look sick. I am absolutely over the moon with that. But enough of that, I need to be getting on with that. So Let me crack back on with that.
2 hours later.
So, starting to see a bit of progress now. So I thought I'd better cut back in and let you know what I've got done. The whole of this side has been DA'd with 240 grit. So it's all got keyed up quite well. I found a few bits of the imperfections like you do as you go along. We got one bit there which well, there was a hole, so I welded it back up and sorted that out. The bits of rust that were along there, all been cleaned up and the rest of it, all been treated and then put in epoxy, so that shouldn't have nothing come through. Second same with the step, cleaned all that up, not one hole in it whatsoever, and it's all solid, so it got treated and epoxied. Where they put a sill into it, it wasn't quite finished off to the standard I like, so I'm just finishing off with a tiny little skimmer filler just to finish the edge off. There was a little tiny dent once I took off the protector on the wheel arch, which is the original protector. I found a little dent in it, so me being me, I'm just skimming it and getting it right. The bit there where I had to knock the hinge back a little bit, that's now skimmed in again. Once again over here, where they put the new arch and sill into it, the join lines weren't to 100% how I like them. So we just put a tiny bit of filler in there and just finishing off a little bit there and stuff. It looks like there's a lot of filler in it, but trust me, once it's rubbed down, there'll be a very, very minute amount in it. It's just literally just to finish off just some nice little curved edges and stuff and make it look 100% perfect. But yeah, we got them done. One dent in the back door, which is the one we knew about when I picked it up, and I found another one just there. So that's done. Haven't yet touched this side yet. I'm going to wait for Mark to get the bit of welding finished in that side and the rest of it, and then I'll crack on with this side. But I'll probably do that off camera because it's so much sanding to do. It's just that, and I don't want to make the video massively too long with sanding, and more sanding. If you want to see that, go back and watch one of my other videos, especially the one when I did that thing over there. There was a lot of sanding involved in that one. But yeah, this one I'm just trying to bring you along with it, show you bits that I'm doing and stuff. I will put a bit more detail on in a little bit once I start doing a bit more. So, but we're starting to get there now, so it's yeah, I'm quite happy how it's coming along. I'm just going to wait for the filler to go off now, and I'll start logging it all back down here. Alright, we got all the bits rubbed down to start off with, and I've just gone over again and put the last little tiny skim over it just to find off little shapeage and stuff, because we all know what I'm like. I always like to get things as perfect as I possibly can, but everything's like taking shape. But this is what I was trying to say to you. How thin the filler is, you can see it's pretty much transparent. It doesn't leave a lot there. It's just literally I'm just finishing off little shaping the finished bits off because I just want it absolutely perfect. So one is how I am. I do everything the best I can. And two, I want the person, whoever buys this, to absolutely love it and be exactly perfect for them. So I'm going as high end as I possibly can with the paintwork and stuff on it. So that's the way it is at the moment. I'm just gradually working my way through it and stuff. You're just basically going over DA and then finishing off the shaping by hand. And it's gradually getting there. So yeah, I'll carry on cracking on. And hopefully, once I've done this, I can shoot a bit of 2K high build primer over it and show you what it's like when it's done.
1 eternity later.
Right, so I've got it all down, pretty much the second coat of filler on it and enough shape to it to now get some high build primer on the go. So I've got a bit of 2K high build primer, mixed 2 to 1, so it's pretty thick. So I should be able to lay down some nice coats so I can block it all out and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to whack a bit of paint on it and yeah, see what it looks like. that's the 2K high build on there. Nice thick coat. As you've seen with the little video afterwards, it's come out reasonably well. It's like the shapes and the rest of it look pretty good. As you can see, I've now just got the little dust and a guide coat over every bit of it. On every bit of it all the way around. So now it's a case of leaving that to go off overnight, ideally. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Morning, guys. Right, it's time to crack on with that thing. See if I can get this side blocked out. And see how far I get today before, yeah, I run out of time. And I need to get this video edited. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm going to crack on now. Let's get you a bit of time lapse. And let's get going. Alright, well I've pretty much got this side, apart from a little bit of door, it's all blocked down, ready to go again, but let's go see what Mark's up to around here. I reckon he's done a bit of welding, going by the flashy. Flashing! Oh, that'd be that panel you're welding in there, mate.
Yeah.
So that actually looks quite good. Well, I can see a bit from here.
Will do.
Yeah, look. A bit bright in there for the camera. You're enjoying my weld, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Right, I'll leave Mark to it to weld that bit up, and we'll have a look what it's like when it's done, I reckon. Once again, I've cracked on. Just needed to get this bit done because I was rushing to try and get it done so I can, in a way, finish this video off and get this bit to one stage where I needed it. So, it all got done, all flatted off, all got 2K high build back on again and all guide coated again. So, all the shapes now getting there, rest of it. Back doors, the shapes getting on it and stuff. So yeah, Mark got his bit of welding done in there, seam sealed in. So there's that bit all now nice and solid. He's got a couple of little bits to do underneath there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to run, I suppose I should say, and end this video here because I need to get this one done. I think the video is probably long enough as it is as well. I apologise, there's been bits of this and bits of that in this one. But it's just how my week's gone this week. So, yeah. I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to, definitely going to sign off. If you'd like to support the channel and stuff, there's all this merch and stuff that I've just done, which has got our new logo on it. Everything's going to be changed to a new logo eventually. But yeah, I've got a new logo on our merch and stuff. But please, if you do like videos, take the time to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay safe.